And we're back for another episode. In this episode we're going to be carrying on the story of Shadowbringers. And as always, hello from Mithrie. So we are here in Calusia at 3311. And we need to talk to the Crystal Exarch. The quest is called Rich Veins of Hope. So the Crystal Exarch has efficiency on his mind. Well, my friend, much as I have enjoyed our time together, I think it's best we split up, that we might accomplish our tasks more swiftly. I shall see the Earthseed safely into the hands of the Chainuz. While I am thus employed, would you be so good as to deliver Karut back to Tomra? Yeah, I can do that. So, my thanks, Mithrie. Brief though it was, 'twas an honour to go adventuring with you. I shall see you back in Amity. Okay. So, let's teleport straight back. Okay. Okay, here he is. So, Lally-ho, glad you're back, and in one piece. How did you fare with the Earthseed then? I got them all that they needed. The Exarch is on his way to Amity with it. Good to hear that young Karut was of help. If it happens, a few others came forward while you were gone, saying that they wanted to do their bit as well. Given that you're building a Talos, we reckoned you'd be needing some mining tools, so we went and modified our spare pickaxes for use by bigger folk. Here, take these with you. Should be plenty to go around. From what our scouts tell me, there's a crowd gathered at Top Rung already. Go and see that everyone has a pickaxe to swing, eh? Okay. Okay, so we need to travel to Elise. So once we get to her, we will continue. Okay, here we are. So let's talk to her. So look, Mithrie, people from all over have come to help us quarry stone. And this isn't even all of them. As we speak, the volunteers Fankrid and Reen recruited are being escorted to the worksite, and by both Crystarium and Elmoran soldiers, no less. So, as you can see, we have plenty of hands. There's just one problem. We don't have enough tools to put in them. We've been desperately trying to round more, but we haven't had much luck so far. Oh, I just happen to have pickaxes. Pickaxes from the dwarves. Trust you to have exactly what we need, exactly when we need it. Yeah, isn't that convenient? Well, what are you waiting for? Go and hand them out to everyone so that they can get to work. Okie dokie. We've come, Mithrie. In case you're wondering, Goof John is here too. Couldn't wait to start breaking rocks though, so he's gone on ahead. But he could have at least left us a few sets of tools. Here's some pickaxes. So it says durable pickaxes crafted by the foals, adjusted for use by bigger folk. Ah, wonderful. Now we can go about it too. Quarrying isn't exactly my stock in trade, but this time I feel as though my wife will be with me, guiding my hand. So let's make it happen. Let's build a world where everyone can live without fear, where everyone has a place they can go home to. Right then, let's be on our way. What are you still doing here, Taft? I thought you'd brought your own tools. I did, and I was just about to head off when I saw Jerky. Or Jarek. Oh gods, if this plan works and the giant Talos comes to life. Just imagine the size of the trolley it could push. Imagine it. Are you still raving on about that? How many times do I have to tell you that that's not what the Talus is for? Where the hells would the tracks even go? There's bound to be somewhere. You just need a little imagination. Seeing as the stoneworks is involved, maybe you could have a trolley added to the design. Enough. We're going to work. And if I hear any more about trolleys from you, I'll have you pushing one yourself. Okay. So we're ready to do our bit, Mithrie. We just need tools to do it with. There's another 5 pickaxes. So pickaxes, loads of them. Now we may all work to our heart's content. While I don't have many talents, I do have a strong back, and what strength I have, I'll gladly use for the sake of peace. We got the ladder moving again, didn't we? If we join hands, there's no Talus we can't build. I still haven't repaid you an Alpha Node for saving me, and I'm not sure I ever could. But that ain't going to stop me trying. I'm with you to the end. Come on, you lot, look lively. Okay, next. I skipped it, I really shouldn't have. So, long time no see, traveller. Are you waiting to be issued a pickaxe too? Oh, you clearly weren't, and now neither are we. Rest assured we will put these to good use and work very, very hard. Of course, one cannot work on an empty stomach, which is why I brought some tasty worms to share. As much as we all enjoy a treat, perhaps the worms are best saved for afterwards? Greetings, Mithrie. You may not remember me, but I'm one of the carers from the inn at Journey's Head. After night return to Amarang, we noticed a change in our patients. The transformation had halted in every one of them. I can't express what it did to the mood of the place. We were still celebrating days later when who should come along but Elise. She said that she sought the aid of those who believed in the Warrior of Darkness. We all answered her call right there and then, of course. Some few carers had to remain behind, but many of us came as we could be spared. I too have much respect for the Warrior of Darkness. When we meet, I'll be sure to treat them with a nice plum worm. I'm just like, a part of me just is not convinced by this plan. I just don't think they haven't thought the logistics properly. My thanks, Mithrie. With that, everyone is now equipped to work. I think I'll go and join the soldiers standing guard over the volunteers. It would be a shame if they fell prey to sin eaters after all the trouble we've gone to. Right, let us see this plan is a resounding success for the sake of all in Novran. Okay. Okay. The next quest is called None Shall Ever Again. Sorry, that none shall ever again. Alpha Node is bound for Amity. Well, my friend, it appears we are the only ones left here. If you've no other pressing task, would you care to accompany me to Amity? There, Yashola is overseeing those who will imbue the Talus with magics. Come, let us join them at once. Cool. Alright. Once we get to Amity, we will continue. Okay, here we are. So let's talk to Y'shtola. So, good of you to join us. I am pleased to say that we have gathered ample help for the imbuing. With Master Chai in the process of finalizing his design, I have taken the liberty of dispatching all hands to their positions. You heard all along as though I have my house in order, but quite frankly, this is the most disorganized mess of a project I have ever overseen, and I haven't spent nearly as much time as I would like on my calculations. So, thou hast proclaimed loudly and frequently, Master Chai, yet from my perspective, a layman fruit though it may be, haste notwithstanding, thou hast gone to great lengths abiding by proven methodology to ensure the integrity of thy design. Aye, well, that's just the bare minimum that's expected of us at the Stoneworks, though our glory days are behind us. I've not forgotten our time-honoured traditions. But I should mention that the Exarch delivered the ore I asked for, Earthseed, I believe he called it. In that quantity, I believe we can fashion a suitable heart for Talus. And then everything will be in readiness, or so I would like to say. Is there a problem? In a Talus of, well, any reasonable size, a single heart will serve to circulate aether throughout the chassis, but given the unprecedented proportions of that which we seek to build, I doubt that will be the case. By installing similar peripheral hearts at intervals, I believe we can maintain a stable aether flow, thereby solving the problem. However, we don't have enough ore for this purpose. Not for it, but to procure more, I suppose. Runa, my head now is a good time to bring them out. A moment, friends, there is something I would show you. I say, are these not heartstones? They are. The most prized possession of we the Knights Blessed, and these belong to our kindred who have left us. Immersed in water, imbued with fervent prayer, these stones harbour no small amount of magic, and we may imbue them with yet more prior to their installation on the Talus. What do you think? And being from a different region, these cannot be used for the main heart. The peripheral ones, on the other hand, I believe they will serve. Excellent. When Master Matoya speaks to us of the role we are to play, the Heartstones immediately came to mind. Of course, before bringing them with me, I made certain to consult my fellows first. After all, the stones bear the precious lives of those who have gone to the Sunless Sea. But we have now beheld the Sunless Sea with our very own eyes, and by the gentle lights that glimmer on high, we know that there is peace beyond. Thus, we also are at peace. If our Heartstones may serve to restore night at all the world, gladly we do give them. So, Master Chai, if you could instruct us how to distribute the Heartstones? And Mithrie, for good luck, may I ask that you imbue one as well? Okay. So rest assured it is not difficult. Simply raise your hand and focus as you would when attuning to an aetheryte. Imbue the jade-coloured stone here, if you would be so kind. So the familiar heartstone appears to glow faintly. That will do, thank you, Mithrie. If this heartstone appears familiar, it's because it belonged to Todia. It bears the collective hope of the Knights Blessed, the hope that none shall ever again be sacrificed to Sin Eaters. Right, I've identified the spots on the talus where the stones are needed. See that they are amply imbued, then install them as I've indicated on this diagram. Understood. We will set about the task at once. When the talus awakens, the way to Mount Golg is secured. We shall sally forth. It promises to be a trying climb. We take what rest you can in the meantime. We will see you soon. A moment, Urianger. You said that you would have measures ready in the event that our friend fails to contain the light. Do you? Be assured that I do. All which I require lieth in this land. Don't worry, I'll be fine. I trust you. I always feel like the top she's wearing is backwards. And I swear to thee that thy trust is not misplaced. As ardently as I pray for the preservation of the world, so too do I pray for thy safety. So rest easy, my friend, and take such ease as thou mayest. The better to be ready for the trials to come. Okay, so let's talk to Chai. There he is. So I'm told the rock for the chassis is more or less ready, all quarried and shaped and laid out. That just leaves the imbuers to do their work. I'll continue checking my calculations up until the very last moment, but it's only a matter of time now. We managed to rally nigh everyone in Northrend for the endeavour. That's a remarkable feat in itself, but what will it be enough? I guess we'll see. Okay, the next quest is called A Breath of Respite. So Chase Nuz is looking not a little anxious. God, there's no point worrying about such things now. I'll get back to my calculations. You meanwhile should go and rest as your friend suggested. My wife and the Exarch should be in the tavern. Why don't you join them? Oh, and Mithrie? Thank you. Okay, so let's go in here. So the Exarch, he went outside a moment ago, my dear. I would have thought you'd have seen him. He kept company for a short time, but then he came over rather pale. So he's clearly been straining himself, the poor thing. Anyway, he excused himself, saying that he needed a breath of fresh air. Weak as he looked, I did offer to go with him, but he assured me that he would be fine. I do hope he's alright. Yeah. It's probably just because he's away from the crystal, isn't he? The crystal tower. So let's see if we can find him. He's not too far away. There's a fate going on. Okay. There's a search radius. There's an Aether current up there. I'll work on that later. Okay, here we go. But the Exarch does not appear to be nearby. Okay, we've got to keep looking then. Okay. Random bird. Trying to think like where I would go to get fresh air. Can we assume at the very edge of the cliff? There he is. Is he passed out?
The future is where my destiny awaits. Forgive me, I was lost in a dream. I needed some fresh air and thought to rest for a moment. It would seem I am more fatigued than I realized. Too much time away from the tower, I fear. It drains me, leaves my body frail and weak. Though, in truth, it is debatable whether I can still call this my body. When first I turned my mind towards the salvation of the world, I came to the conclusion that it would take many long years. Many more than remain to me.
Yeah.
And so I made myself one with the Crystal Tower, that I might live indefinitely. I am but an extension of it now. Hence my weakness the farther I travel, and the longer I am away. It has been quite a journey. But thanks to you, the end is in sight. My wish will finally be fulfilled. How goes the construction effort? Then this may be the last moment we have to ourselves for a while. Come, sit with me. Tell me, when all of this is over, what will you do?
I'll settle matters with the Empire. What I always do, seek out mightier foes, rest a while.
Ah, yes. Even should we succeed in forestalling the 8th Umbral Calamity, the spectre of war will remain. But to declare your intent with such easy resolve, you truly are a hero's hero, my friend. But whatever it is you decide to do, I have every confidence that you will do well. For you have the strength to forge your own path. You will leave countless lives better than you found them, and the souls you touch will never forget your kindness. Then, in trying times, when you question your worth and your choices, they will raise their voices to remind you of the difference you have made. And thus will your deeds come to affirm your path. Remember this.
So, what will you do when this is over?
When this is over, indeed. I once told you that there are things we can ill afford to lose. Things, I said, though in truth I spoke of a person. One who is unaware of the full extent of my plans. Though she deserves to know, I have good reason to keep my counsel. I have come to terms with this in my mind, yet my heart yearns to lay everything bare. For she is my inspiration, and I would give much and more for the chance to speak with her as friends, with no thought of concealment. Should she indulge me with her tales, I would regale her with my own, about my efforts in Northrend, perhaps. Though, ultimately, that tale is more yours than it is mine. Then, I would ask her about her next adventure, and if she should wish me to be a part of it, oh, how happy it would make me. Together we would travel the lands and cross the seas and take to the skies upon the eternal wind. My heart swells simply to imagine it. But all of this is contingent upon our victory in the coming battle. The people of this world have entrusted their hopes to us. We cannot fail them. Nor those who roused me from my slumber. Thank you for your company, my friend. Let us return to Amity.
Cool. So we need to return there. Once we get there, we will continue. Okay, we're back with him, so let's talk to him. So worry not, my friend, I am much revived for the fresh air, and you'll find company, of course. Now then, let us turn our thoughts back to the task at hand. Meanwhile, in the Imperial Palace in the Source, so, Your Radiance, I have taken the liberty of quashing the vile rumours that your heir is possessed by the devil. With the nation in the grip of war, we may rely on Patriarch zeal to prevent them from resurfacing. And what of Emmett Selk? He has taken himself to the First, to usher that world to its end. Or so I believe. He did not disclose the details of his mission, having ever preferred to work alone. Even those who have known him since the beginning, his actions can prove unpredictable. I am no stranger to his ways. The joys in playing me for a fool. Full many times have I been convinced that I was acting on my own volition, only to discover all was as he willed it. My dear grandfather. On the subject of our esteemed colleague, his last report, though brief, did contain one item of interest. You have doubtless wondered why the Signs of the Seventh Dawn have not taken the field of late. It is because they are no longer in the Source. The hero of the Scions have journeyed to the First, as have their comrades, albeit incompletely. Their bodies yet remain here in the Source. This presents an opportunity. If we can defeat the Alliance prior to the Science return, we may eliminate their order at a stroke. And with the Science gone, none shall remain to thwart our plans. It will be but a matter of striking down the hero upon her homecoming. Which, lest you forget, is essential to the realization of our objective, of both of our objectives. So, through Heidelin's meddling, her champions threatened to wrest the reins of fate from our grasp. The world is at risk of being dragged down the false path. One which will never see man reclaim his true form. It is unthinkable that he should supplant us, incomplete as he is. Such a devolution is abhorrent, and it must be stopped before it is too late. So the hour has come, your Radiance. Order your armies to march once more. Crush all who stand in your way. This is your heart's desire, is it not? To seize victory that is yours and yours alone, for the future of Garlemald? Oh dear, you do not wear the murmur motley well. I was never one to take an interest in tedious conflicts. The whereabouts of one of my true friends, however, they interest me greatly. I but hope the beasts of this first are providing her proper sport. I would know every detail, Lord Xenos, or would you rather I called you Elidibus? Unexpected, most unexpected. That immortality should be within reach of one with a borrowed echo. You have outdone yourself, Xenos, yea, Galvus. I have no particular attachment to that name, but I am rather fond of that body. Without it, I cannot enjoy my hunt to the fullest. Your secrets or my flesh, I care not which you give me first. The choice is yours. Awesome. Right, there we go. Level capped again. So we can't continue until we're level 79. But once we're level 79, then we'll get the last Aether Current of this zone. Okay, let me get 79. I'll do a few dungeon runs and then we will continue. Okay, so we hit level 79 by doing a couple of roulettes. So let's carry on. So, extinguishing the last light. Judging by the pretentious look in his eye, Chaynaz has something important to tell you. Right, so while the two of you are away, I received word that everything's in place, meaning that we can proceed with awakening the Talus. Once we imbue the magic, it will stir itself and immediately carry out its designated function, namely taking Mount Golg in its grasp. Mithrie, we may be certain that Vorfrey will not look on in idleness as we beat a path to his front door. Once our plans are set in motion, there will be no turning back. So see to your preparations as meticulously as you may, and I will give you the order to proceed as soon as you are ready. Okay, ready when you are. So give the word and I will relay the order to awaken the Talus. Engage. Very well, let us begin.
Word from the Exarch. All is set on his side, and we may proceed when ready.
Well, we have sufficient stone for our needs.
Likewise, preparations for the imbuing have been made according to thine exacting instructions.
Then you need only say the word.
Let us begin. See that everyone is in position. We shall catch Vorfrey, mountain and all.
Here it comes! Yes, yes! You've not lost your touch, you clever old bugger! Do you see what they're doing? If its hands are damaged, it won't be able to cling to the mountain. Oh, I knew this was a terrible idea.
4-3 marshals the Eaters to his defense. This was only to be expected. We must try and draw as many of them down to the ground as possible. It may not be enough, but we have no other choice. Is that?
Such a heartless thing, our sapling is cold and cruel and heartless! Summon us in times of need, we expressly said, yet what should we find but the final battle joined without so much as a whisper of our name?
Lol. Sorry, I'm kind of busy.
Yes, we may also have said that we Fae folk have no interest in the struggles of men. But if our adorable sapling had come crying to us for help, we would of course have flown to her aid. Of course we would. What are we to do with her? We are so very, very sad. You will play with us. Cheer us up again!
This I did not expect, but I will gladly accept the help.
Yep.
I will send word to Y'shtola and the others. Join them at the foot of Mount Gulg and be ready to make the ascent.
Okie dokie. I can do that. Okay, so we have a bit of a ways to go, so once we get there we will continue. Okay, here we are, made it to Y'shtola, so let's talk to her. So everyone is here, good. The Talus has taken hold of the mountain. As planned, we will use its body as a bridge to reach Vorfree Sanctuary. The Sin Eaters will make us work for every yarm, of course. But we will carve a path through their ranks and meet with their master regardless. For the first. Okay, so the next dungeon is called Mount Golg. I guess we'll do that in the next episode. So yeah, so we'll see what this battle is like. We're getting close to the end now, guys. A couple more episodes, hopefully. Anyway, if you liked that episode, be sure to give it a thumbs up. You can watch a random video over there, you can watch the latest upload down there, or you can click down here to subscribe. Thank you guys, bye bye.